Everybody, good morning. It's Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuit, and we are on the Lizardfolk. I'm in the 3.5 Monster Manual, and this is kind of one of the another like very iconic enemy. I feel like let's talk about this here. I have some Lizardfolk, but I'll be honest with you, my Lizardfolk are predominantly. I have a couple official ones, and mostly I've converted to HeroClix. Now, not this guy so much, the snake guy. But this actual lizard from Spider-Man, this HeroClick, I've converted several of these to use as Lizardfolk in my games. And they're a little big, and they're probably really at that border of size large, but they're great minis for this convert. If you're just going to do a repaint and maybe add a weapon, this guy is a great choice for that. But unfortunately, I know a lot of people don't have this. This is an older HeroClick anyways, and I know people don't have this. So we have to make one. So we want somebody who's muscular, not overly dressed, that we can snip up. This Hulk would be a good choice. This radioactive man would be a good choice. I think this Hulk, he's definitely a size medium as far as Hulks go. He's not great big. So I'm going to cut some of my layers of glue off my thing here real quick. There we go. Toss that in the trash. And I'm going to just get a little glue and a base. And let's make a size medium lizard man out of Hulk or radioactive man here. Looks like Hulk's probably a better choice. Put these other guys to the side. Maybe we can make a few lizard men. I don't know yet. So we need a head. So I've got a series of dinosaurs here that we can take heads from. This one's kind of big, but he's got that cool mouth. But he's got a derpy bent head, so I don't know. Then we got this one. He doesn't have any teeth shown, but he's got a little spike there that looks cool. And his tail would be cool. I have these guys, which is the same thing I used to make the Kuatoa head, so I don't know if that'd be a good choice. Plus, their eyes are like awkward on the model. And then I had this gator head, and that could be cool too, I think. But I think the best choice is probably going to be that head there. So we'll start building our guy. What about that head? It's just too big. All right, so let's get this neck. And we'll snip it off flush with our snipper dippers. And we'll cut Hulk's head off. And we want to leave some of his neck intact if we can. Hey Hulk, I'm putting your head over there to save for another project. Alright, so let's see how we can mount this lizard head on here. Oh, that actually is not bad at all. Okay. I'm just going to get a dab of glue to get us started. And since he's got some good musculature texture, we want to be careful to try to save as much of that as we can. So when we get to the paint job, he looks cool. Oh, that's way too much glue, unfortunately, for me. Alright, so I want to drag up and get him good and situated. I don't want this head coming off here. And I don't want to have to use a bunch of baking soda and super glue. That's one thing we don't want to do if we can avoid. So I'm going to get a little bit of just tiniest dab of glue where his neck is and rub that around and get that in there. Okay. Now I'm going to get my minor burning hand spell and try to burn as much of that texture off that glue as possible around his neck. We want it to be kind of pulled and rounded and not super textured. So minor burning hands is good for that. Alright, so we have a good start. Now, can we use that tail? Yeah, it looks like we probably could. So we don't want the whole big thick part up here. So we're going to come back. We don't want it to be an obtrusively big part of the miniature. So something like that. We could probably curve it down, or we can go up with it. We can kind of situate it somewhere down here a little bit lower on his butt, maybe. I'm just going to get a tiny dab of glue somewhere in the crack. He's still got to be able to poop, so we don't want it blocking his whole butt. Well, if he's a Lizardfolk, he's probably got a cloaca or whatever it is, and not a, you know, I don't want to have to say what's going on there. And again, we don't want to lose a bunch of texture. Okay. So we don't want to go overboard with our hot glue here. Try to maintain as much texture as we can. Now, I don't think Lizardfolk wear pants. But I can look at the book real quick and see if it shows them wearing pants. But you know, my games are very PG. I have small children at home, so I don't try to do a bunch of nudity miniatures. Okay. Oh, pulled it right off, didn't I? You son of a dog. Get that back on there. Centered up. We'll set him down face first. Got his little tail sticking up. Everybody can look at his butt. So it doesn't show that, oh, he's got a little bit of a loincloth going. Okay, so he's got a turtle shell shield, which I don't know how we're going to make that, but that's kind of cool. He's got some javelins. We could do that. And he's got a stone maul, hammer, hatchet, tomahawk, whatever it may be. Okay. So the good news is we can do a lot of that. They have a fin coming off the back of their head I really like. So what I want to do is try to make something like that on him. I just cut this piece off this dinosaur back, that the same dinosaur I got his head and tail from. And then I'm just going to mount that back there. And how I'm going to do that is just with the tiniest dab of glue. Okay. Now we need to get him on that base and start working on some weapons and stuff. And while we're working on weapons and stuff, we're going to get some super glue on him to make sure that everything's sturdy and good. So we need a base. So we'll get some baking soda. Where's my baking soda? Hello, baking soda. I have lost my baking soda. We're going to have to throw this craft away and start over. Wow, I really did lose my baking soda. Did I put it somewhere wrong? That has happened. Yeah, I lost it. I'm so embarrassed. It's not where I keep it. Wow, that's really weird. I keep all my stuff in kind of the same spots for the most part. I don't really get creative or change things. That's so weird. Alright, well, we have a little bit of time before that dries. Not a whole lot. Yeah, I just upright lost my baking soda, guys. Upright, straight up, whatever. I lost my baking soda. I'm getting frustrated. What alternative do I have to baking soda that I can use that would look good on this base? Well, since I can't find my baking soda somehow, I'm going to get this little cup and grab some dirt, and I'll be right back. After I get a spoon. All right. I still don't know where my baking soda is. But I did walk out to Mrs. Doom's thing and stole some potting soil. And we're just going to use some potting soil. We're going to get him on the base. And sprinkle potting soil on And I suppose we're going to need to push it down with a toothpick. I'm not sure how far we're going to get into this craft without baking soda, though. That's how you strengthen everything up. Oh, shit, he fell right off there. Yeah, this is not working well with the super glue. All right, let me think here. I have baking soda. I would not take it out of this room. I'm in my garage, by the way. Well, shit. This is unreal. I can't think if anybody would have come in here and taken it for any reason because it's dirty. Why would anybody else want it? All right, give me 1 second. If Mrs. Doom was here, I would ask her if she had any baking soda upstairs, and she'd be like, maybe. But I can't believe I lost it. All right, hey, check this out. This is wasting a lot of time. I'm going to go ahead and make this a part 1, and then we'll just add some more parts to this video because we got to get this guy made today. I just came home from a 14-hour shift, and I'm super tired. So I'm going to go look for baking soda, and I'll come back and make a part 2, and then, part 3.